Welcome to the B2T Show, where we empower Christian patriots with truth. This is Rick, your host. Pelosi hates Americans is trending on Twitter, so keep that up. Again, the hashtag Pelosi hates Americans. You're going to see that Pelosi hates Americans as you start search. You can search for it right here on Twitter, and go look at the trends, and you'll see it's probably still there. Here's a far left wish list Nancy Pelosi just blew everything up for. Here's a list. You can go see this. Actually, Laura Ingram just posted an article about just that. Town Hall has the list of every single thing that this talks about. 12 pages of the crap that they put in there. Interesting times. Here's a funny thing from Trump. Listen to Mr. Trump talk about the news media and how many people are in the room.
Question for you. So we have a lot of very angry media all around this room, and they want one of these seats. But because of social distancing, we are keeping them empty, and they are keeping them empty. Will there ever be a time when all of those really angry people who don't like me much to start off with, but now they really don't like me, will there ever be a time when these seats are full, like full to the brim, like it used to be? Where
so that's just funny. He's just playing up on the fake news media pretty hard. Here's a great thread by Praying Medic. See if he's added to this, because it's a great job just showing what we've already reviewed here. Again, he's just saying, do not fear. He's coming back to that, right? And the whole video he reported on is all about not fearing. And he kind of goes over what we already went over. This is some answers here, I think. No, this is the actual 8chan post, or 8kun post now. And then he's basically talking about all the things we've talked about, but he kind of emphasizes a couple of things. Like here is this Wuhan virology on Wikipedia, talking about in 2005, about the SARS and all that type of stuff. The coronavirus outbreak has caused increased scrutiny of labs to handle deadly pathogens. Obviously, here we see for years, Senator Dianne Feinstein had lobbied for the interests of China. We're now about to learn the real reason she's pro-China. She even had a Chinese spy working for her for 10 plus years. We know the Biden family has benefited financially from China, billions of dollars of hedge funds for people who had no experience with it. And then this goes on to talking about by receiving grant money from the Defense Department, he failed to disclose his association with Wuhan University of Technology, this chair of Harvard's Department of Chemistry and Chemical Biology was arrested. China requires citizens to register and use a cell phone, a decrease of 21 million users at the same time last year. That's crazy. So then it continues to go on and see if he's yeah, it looks like he did. Yeah, isn't this interesting? Ending all this stuff. See if he's got any more insights here for us that we haven't covered. But again, Praying Medic, I think, is a great patriot, along with many other people being attacked by certain people right now. And we have other people like Amazing Polly and other people panicking and moving away and basically saying Trump's all of a sudden evil, and there's these trucks putting 5G up and we need to fear. That is a bunch of fear porn, I believe. And Gene will talk about a little bit about what those people going to the schools could actually be doing. That could be white hat operations. And that's what we need to be praying for, guys. Keep positive. Be praying that the Lord is going to save us and halting this virus and getting us back away out of this satanic cabal that controls the world. That's the optimism that we need to have with proper prayer. COVID-19 cure is here. This is talking about that drug and everything and the positive parts about that drug I talked about. So Corona was a false flag to destroy Trump and his success while smuggling in legislation to help them to commit voter fraud and steal the election. These people aren't going to stop until they are in cuffs. So is American people finally going to wake up? Hopefully, the American people will start waking up to exactly what's happening here. Here's a whole thread on this bill. Again, the bill is 1,119 pages and contains provisions for conducting risk-limiting audits of results of elections. So yeah, it's really focused on the crisis at hand. That's obviously in sarcasm. It also bails out the Postal Service. We talked about this. Also, guys, let's maybe focus on restricting stock buybacks and executive compensation with taxpayer loans and save the woke scolding for later. Yes, requiring early voting will save us all from COVID-19. Same-day voter registration, as long as them is wish list, very relevant to addressing those businesses and working families about to go under from COVID-19. We can disagree on the value of collecting bargaining for federal employees, but we can all agree it doesn't belong in the relief bill designed to help people with COVID-19. And it just goes on and on. I'm just going to throw this out there. Requiring the airlines to fully offset their carbon emissions is not going to save the airlines. And so, guys, this is just really sad, but you'll be able to forward these different things to understand what's going on. Trump made me laugh harder than I ever had in years tonight. When Deborah said that she didn't come in over the weekend because she had a slight fever, Trump, standing next to her, throws his hands in the air and exclaims, "Whoa!" While he backs away, Barb busts out laughing also. God, I love Q+. And that's a whole nother subject I'll probably get into tomorrow, was who is Q+? Who is Q? The boards tell us that pretty well. Q+ is clearly Trump. You go look at all the evidence. It shows he's Q+. It shows that his little Air Force One, they changed it to Q+ one time to show that Q+ is Trump. And so there's not one person as Q+, and the only person that I know that's Q+, as most of the evidence shows, is Trump. Not anybody else. Not somebody who thinks he's Q from the future. We'll get into this next time. Also, who's Q? Well, it's pretty clear. Go back to the channel, do your research. That is actually a group of 6 to 9 people. Says you can count them on 2 hands. You can go do your own research, and it says this on the boards. You can count them on 2 hands. It's less than 10, so it's from 6 to 9, and 3 are non-military. So we know it's at least 3 military, probably more, right? So that's who Q is. It's a team, not one person. Okay? So understand who Q is, what we do know, and what Q+ is. Trump working together in an amazing way with thousands of proofs on qproofs.com. And then when somebody comes and starts slandering everybody that studied this, you'll know to think for yourself. Anything, Gene, there?
No, I think you're doing good. Just keep going. I'll step in. I'll unclick if I need to say it.
Okay, great. I thought I heard you unclick. Sorry about that. So I'm almost wrapped up, and we'll go right to your Word document. Joanne, they went and did it today. I got total lockdown by the enemy who blocked the COVID-19 relief bill, who brought down the Twin Towers, who shot up countless schools, and who now owns Twitter. My posts are not deleted. You will need to go directly to my feed to see them. So this is Joam showing that, I'm not sure if software looked and showed he had a search suggestion ban, he had a search ban, he had a ghost ban. Replying, deboosting does not apply because Storm is Upon Us, which is Joe M's handle, has a ghost ban. So interesting things there where we see that even though some of Twitter has been unleashed and some of Google has been unleashed, some of it's still massively keeping people from seeing the truth. So our job is to wake people up, give them scriptures to show them that God is in control. Here's James Wood saying, when we get beyond this horrid Wuhan coronavirus, there may be a great awakening. There's James Wood talking about this. We may come to realize that both political parties are gorging from the same trough. We may start to identify the good men and women who have broken with the old narratives of the ruling cartels. You have just listened to Biblical Truth from Blessed to Teach.